This is Sarah Marks, one of the librarians here at UMass Lowell. For this video, this is an introduction to the EndNote software. This is specifically focused on the basic setup that you have to do to get started using it. There will be future videos covering the web version and additional features of the software. So here's my library. I've downloaded the EndNote software, I've opened it up, and I've had an account for a while. So you're seeing something that already has content in it, but you're not going to be given content right away. Obviously, you have to add things. The nice thing about the software is that it sits on your computer, it stores more content, and you don't have to have an account with anybody to use it. On campus, you are free to download this to your personal computer, up to 3 different personal computers, while you're a student here. The web version, yes, is available forever, but you don't have the features of the online version. I am showing you this on a Mac. The features are slightly reorganized and slightly different on a PC. For example, this first thing I'm going to show you, Mac people need to go in and click New to create a library. Here's the thing. Make one library. It doesn't matter if you're on a PC or a Mac. Make one single library. Even if you have different research topics, you're going to confuse the software. It really just wants you to use one single library. So only create one. It's your EndNote library. Save it where they want you to save it. Then you'll use the groups over here on the left, and you can go to groups and create groups anytime you want to organize around different subjects. That way you're not having to go through the list and try to keep track of what topic this is for, but you also keep things organized for the software and you don't confuse it. So first time, go in, create a new library, that's it. Some features that are here, if you're looking at the screen, and the PC has most of these, this is a sync library feature, which we'll go over in a different video. You can share your library, again, we'll go over in a different video. And then you can see your activity feed, find the full text of content where it will search at what it can get access to see if there's full text availability. This is not a perfect system, but it does fill in some gaps. We'll go over the find reference updates in another video, but this will go through and again check all its citations that it can get access to see if there's more content that isn't in your citations already. And then you can add a new reference, and this is a manual adding of a reference where you have to type everything in. For some cases, like if you have a list of references in a Word document, you're going to have to do it that way to get references in. You can go and redo your search and see if you can find each of those articles individually, and there'll be another video on how to get citations from the databases into your library. But some people prefer to just type it in because that's the easiest way for them. You can have different views. This is your local library mode, so you only see the local library. You can do an online search. I do not suggest you do this. You don't want to find sources from EndNote. You want to get the sources you find in our database into EndNote. And then of course you can integrate your library in your online search mode. Skip that one too. You have control over this window, how much of it you see. Obviously you can make it bigger. You can see if it's got a little tag next to it, which counts it in your reference numbers. If there is a attachment, which you can add on your own. So if you've interlibrary loan requested the full text of an article, or you've downloaded it and it's not syncing from that full text search, you can attach it yourself. And one of the nice things about the software is that it allows you to engage with the PDF document so that, and let's see if it'll work now. Sometimes it'll let you go in and make highlights and store them here so that you can come back to see the notes that you've made easily. This does not happen on the software version, so people like this does not happen on the web version, so people like the software version to give it the nice balance of that. You're not limited to adding attachments of the full text. If there's a separate file with documents, if you've gotten, if they've used a test and you've gotten access to it and you want to make sure you can find it, you can attach it to the citation. You can edit all the content of the citation anytime you want. If you see a misspelling or something is listed incorrectly, you can come in and update it. You can also, and let's move this over so there's more room to see, you'll have access to the abstract again, the URL to find it, any attachments it's got, figures, translations, all sorts of information, but you can add it in, including periodical notes about what's going on and how you might be using it so that you can use this to the best of your ability. You notice down here, it's showing you how the citation looks in different styles. APA 6 is the current version of APA, but I have added other styles here. So here is the journal, it's a medical journal, and how they want their citations to look. And of course, I can add it here. This is just seeing the citation, and they include a ton of different journals, and we'll go over more about that in a different video. So that's the basics of looking at the EndNote software and what you need to do to get started. You basically have to create a new library, and then you can start downloading content from the databases. And that's going to be the next video.